that's all jacked up. Well, that's all jacked up. Okay, well, we are here right now. Give that a moment. Let's see if it'll get that back up again. I'm going to have to replace the ceiling fan, I bet. Maybe not. Maybe not. Hope not. See. Okay. What we're probably going to have to do is give me a sec here. We'll increase the desktop audio here a little bit so you guys will hear more of the game than my mic. Actually, I think my mic's supposed to actually be a little bit down a bit more. Yeah, we'll do that. See if we can fix that ambient sound in the background. Because that's one of the problems we're having right now. Anyway, hello everybody, I am back. 2 weeks. Was planning on that just being a 1 week adventure. And turns out it was a Tuesday per adventure because as I was out, the turns out I went down to Florida, had a good vacation, spent time with family, and about Friday, my wife tells me, "Oh yeah, we're not coming back till Tuesday." So, yeah, I was stuck down in Florida. I had 2 videos ready to keep things going, and then it turns out, well, I needed a third and didn't know until I got down to Florida. So, anyway, we are back. Still in the A Wing. We're going to pop back. We have the A Wing. It is going pretty good. We have our abomination here I'm going to have to do something with. And we have this giant miner that I've gotten one good use out of, and I've already seen something better that I want to do. I've already seen something better. Those of you that have been watching Captain Jack comes out there, just completely messed up my mining groove. So Jack has come out and built a auto miner. And I don't know much about scripting. I don't know much about programming. So I'm pretty dumb in that category. And he comes out and he shows off, hey, do you know there's this new script miner out there that you can have? It'll do all the scripting and everything. Your stuff will auto mine. And I'm like, okay, this is the solving of so many problems, and we're gonna have to do it today. But we're gonna need a means of building this, and we're gonna need a means of building it rather quickly and efficiently. So what I'm probably gonna do, first off, the first thing we're gonna do, let's pull this up here. Where's my welder? Let's finish up these blocks. Okay, those blocks are finished. Let's go ahead and grind this block down. Because one of the things I need to know what my block size is going to be. Let's see, what have I got in, that's not the right one. My inventory. Okay, we've got plenty of steel plate. Let's grab our steel plates here. Let's reset everything to defaults. Okay. And this here is going to be the floor. Let's set this out as far as I can here. Because what I need to know is how big of an area I'm working with here. And I was going to use small blocks, or the regular stuff to rebuild the ship with. In other words, the regular refineries. I was going to use 2 main mega refineries and then plop it down to like some other refineries, but looking at how the piping is set up here, I have a feeling I'd be better off moving this door over, shifting these ramps and everything, or just take this door out entirely and make a little stair stepping area right there so I could get up. And then building an endpoint, because what I need to do is I need to set this up to where this will put in, and then this will kick out right here. If you understand what I'm saying here. So what's going to have to happen is, and this is where things are going to get real interesting. Of course, I could also do this. I could also set the deal on the side and run the piping down on either end. Will that work? We'll have to figure that out as we go. So that's one of the things I'm going to have to figure out while I'm at it. And then I'll be able to actually use the upgrades and everything on the back of these things. So what I need to know is, first off, what is the size that we're dealing with? Just the rough shape of this ship. And from the looks of things, I think this is probably where the rough shape is going to take effect. So we're going to get a good idea of just how big this thing's going to get. Okay. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not what we need. That's not what we need. We need this. Okay. I'm guessing that's about the right size. That'll give me an idea of how much room I have to play with here. Because this is ultimately where most of the area is going to go. You can see this is getting to be a big ship already. We're going to have a lot more room on this than we had before. And then on top of that, I got to figure out how to make all this work together. I got to figure out the piping. And really, I just thought of something. Let's take this out right here. Let's go right across. What kind of doorway we got here? Okay, yeah, we could do this. We could so do this. It would be darn simple. Darn simpler. We'll put it like that. Darn simpler. To put a, to just put a catwalk in between here and there. Yeah, it would be simpler just to put a catwalk in here. Walk over. And then this bottom area here, I could just cut it out and just make a nice little area to run through and everything. Add stair stepping. Yeah, we could do that. And then I could just cut this floor section out here. Because then I would have access to... I'd have 2 access points, not just 1.
Inventory full.
Yeah, we're going to have to weld some stuff. What did I just do? Been playing MechWarrior way too much. So we're going to head up here, and I'm going to just weld stuff up. Use up some of these blocks real quick. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, we're getting this done. Very well. Steel is infinitely recyclable, ladies and gentlemen. Now, what we're doing is I'm going to cut out the floor here between here and there. We'll do some modifications and whatnot. But ultimately, this will be like a small upgrade that I can do. So then, up top, the easiest thing for me to do would be just to start running down. Let me think here. The absolute easiest thing for me to do would be just run some piping down to the bottom. And then our exit piping comes out here. If there was a place for that exit piping to go. That's interesting. And holy crap, there's a whole nother area down here I didn't even know existed. Huh. So this is becoming interesting, because now I've got this section. Let's take this out too while we're at it. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We'll set a pipe in here to go in. Or, let me think here. We got a pipe that goes in here. The issue is, okay, yeah, I can set the piping up through here. The top piping, which feeds into each individual refinery. Then the refineries can have a system that pumps out here, and then that will go, we can run that into a pipe system which will come out here into a kind of bay. Now we're going to have a shipyard. Oh, there goes the air conditioner. We'll have a shipyard over here, which I plan on working on and building at some point. I think I'm going to cut these top sections off here. We're going to build it a specific way. Once that is done, then I can start upgrading this area here into a
energy critical,
sort of a workshop area for small stuff. And then we can take the level above and we can just turn that into bunkers and base area, and then we can have a bridge up top. And finally, after all that is done, I'll be able to start putting on some extra guns. But the other thing I want to work on while we're doing this, while I am doing this, I want to be able to set up an auto miner for this. I want a fleet of auto miners. Okay. And I've got a great idea for a fleet of auto miners. We've done this big one, but the reason this big one is here is so I can go off far away, grab a bunch of stuff and bring it back and load it into the system. If I have a auto miner automatically doing it, we don't need a big ship like this. And then I can put this more along the lines into basically a Corvette. Pretty well. So then I could start building a Corvette that could do exactly what this one's doing. And we could have a military grade Corvette that we could use to defend the base with. For now. Keyword for now. Let's go down here. I want to pull these. And we'll repackage in a new set of... I didn't take that down entirely, did I? Okay, while we're at it, we're just gonna... And yeah, I haven't forgotten about this little game. I know some people are probably wondering after last week, oh, did Badger quit? No, I haven't. I haven't forgotten this. There we go. Phoenix is looking good right now. We'll rebuild a whole lot of the Phoenix's systems. But that's the kicker right now. We got to rebuild the Phoenix's systems. Now, this up here, this is where things are going to get interesting, because this thing right here, having that big box right here just sitting, is a bit of a nuisance. Like I said, the mining aspect of this is going to be an absolute joy to work on, obviously. What I'd like to do, and this is what I'm thinking about doing, I need to build that mini miner here pretty soon. Because if I've got a mini miner, the big issue I have at the moment is iron, as well as other ores. If I can build a mini miner that can build me everything, that can get me the ore I need, can go out, get it, and bring it back, and do it consistently, then we're doing a good job. That's what we're up to. We're going to have something good. If I can get it to where it can be printable. Now, the kicker is I need to make this thing small. It's got to be tiny. Like, itty bitty. And it's got to be small enough that I can operate it and move it around. So we're going to need... Number one, we're going to need a place to put it. So where am I going to put this thing? We need a bay. No, what we need a platform to launch these off of. Where am I going to put a platform like that at? I guess we could build a platform right here. That would work. That would mean putting a doorway somewhere here so that I could walk over some stuff and get to it. Actually, no. I wouldn't need that. I just need a doorway right here. Which means all we got to do is we just got to take this out right here. The other kicker is I got to get some piping to this as well. So I need pipe access to everything. Yeah. I need to somehow set up some pipe access to everything. Probably going to underslung. I may go back here and mess with this. I may put some underslung cargo containers underneath this, right about in this area. Just so it'll work. And then we'll also have some hydrogen somewhere. So, let's get thorough access. We need to build this thing quickly. And we're going to build a very, very tiny unmanned miner. Because that's going to be the best way to do this. So this here is my access point. So for the moment, we're going to need some nice things. Okay, there we go. Now I need to weld some of this stuff up. There, that's all welding up. Now, with that, I can cut the rest of this section out here, which would be like half to a quarter. And so, for those that are just joining, so I've seen a bunch of people join up in the watch party. We are currently using. We're going to try and take advantage of Captain Jack's new video, where he built an auto miner. And I saw that and I was like, oh wait, I need that. I need that a lot. So the pill, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I don't know what we're going to do with this. I kind of think I should take off the, I could take the drills off of it and make it just a cargo vessel that we can move around and use. And that would be that'd be a great use of time. As of right now, I need a good spot to set up a miner. And this is where we're going to do it. Not the one guy got in trouble for. Let's be frank about that right now. Not that kind of miner. Come on. Here, I know it is. There we go. Now with this, we have access to the one net. All right, we have access to everything. I can now take the stuff that I've currently got. Let me see here. Let me see. Let me think. Did I put blast doors anywhere in this? No, I did not. Okay, so we're just going to have to add some blast door blocks. Where's the blast door? I went too far down, I bet. Where are they? They're here somewhere. Sometimes you forget where this crap is.
Energy low.
Now, for those that are wondering, you're probably looking at this saying, oh, that doesn't look like it's going to be very big. And it's not going to be a very big miner. We're going to use small blocks to get the position that we need. Number one. There. That'll help. And then we'll build a little shelf around that, and that'll be the start of our mining operation. This is just going to be a series of mining ships that go out and get every ore we need imaginable. And now I need to go over here. I still haven't built a place to sleep. A-Wing's doing awesome, though. Now, we'll build all that up. My plan is to convert the upper floor area where we've got all of our equipment into storage. From a storage area into an actual bridge. That'll be feasible, and I can manipulate a little bit, make an actual good-looking bridge out of it. So we can have a nice... So there'll be a nice bridge on the ship and everything else. And then I need to convert one thruster into one deal, and then I need to start adding more ion thrusters. This entire nightmare that I got going on. So first off, we're going to try and weld some of this stuff up. Oh, wow. Yep, I ain't got that. This is the one thing I'm weak on right now. Is steel plate. I am low on steel friggin' plate. Now, I've got 1,000, but I'll eat through that very quickly making something like this. So, my hope is I can get this built. Yeah, it's going to eat through some blast door blocks. We'll see if we can get this platform built and see if I can get an auto miner, at the very least, and head on out and get some iron. Because if I've got something that is sitting there getting me iron constantly, then a lot of my problems are solved. See, we're eating through... I know I've got the steel plate set up. We're eating through that like nobody's business on just this build. Yeah, see, we've still got some stuff. But I need more steel plate. I need more. More. Okay, so we got that done. The connector will go down there. And I'll put the connector underneath the auto miner. And then I can turn on the auto miner and just go to town. It'll be so much easier to do it in that method. So now the other thing I need to do, since I got some steel plate still on me, I need to go ahead and build the drop canter for all this. So the kicker is I need to put all of the materials I make into one area. And this mining platform is going to have to start sending ore into specific areas. So let me think here for a minute. If that be the case, how are we going to do this? That creates an issue because that creates a big issue having that there, because then I can't use this upper area. Well, we'll fix that. We may put the cargo containers up there. I don't know how we're going to do this. I don't know. We're still figuring this out. But what I need right now is to be able to put ore into this. And the easiest way to do that, I think, and then we can just use, oh, that'll work. God, oh, fuck, I'm so stupid. I am so stupid. I am so stupid. Wow. We could do that. I could just use this area up here as my out point. And then all I need to do is just set up a connection pipe here, going through the whole system. So let's cut that out right now. Get ourselves some more steel plates so we can use it. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. And so as I build this stuff, as I build it, wait, am I about to cut into the section blocks I'm about to go through? No? Yeah. Is that... Okay, yeah, there's an issue right there. There's an issue. That's going right into these blocks I just put in. Well, dadgum. I'm going to have to figure out something different here. That sucks. That absolutely sucks. I may... Yeah, that is going to absolutely suck. I'm going to have to build this area out. Crap. That means this whole section here is going to have to be rebuilt. Yeah, this is why you start doing the one stuff, kids. We're going to take this out entirely. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I need enough room for a sorter, and I need enough room for a... There. We just need enough room for a sorter so that we can put this in. I don't know how this is all going to go together. I don't know what my stuff is going to be. I don't know how this is going to go. I think I'm just going to remove a lot of this because I'm going to have to rework it anyway. We'll use the big miner for ice because we're going to need that because we're going to make everything hydrogen based. Now for this, 1, 2, 3, like so. I'm going to weld this up. So we're going to have nice little bays for the mining ships to jump on and come over with. Okay, that'll work, and then I'll build this out another 2, maybe, just to give us some nice little bays to work with. I do need to... No, I don't. 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 Alright, let's go over here, and we'll end a bit of the stuff we got with some nice little new bay here.
Energy low.
And with that, we have a whole nother area. So now we can put on 2 miners. The question is going to be real quick is, okay, I got 1 miner, 2 miner. How many of these miners are we going to need? And if I'm pulling the maximum amount of numbers, if I'm pulling the max numbers, how much ore is there? Because that's the real question. How many types of ores am I going to need? I'm probably going to need 7 of these in a bay. So we're going to need 1 each. We're going to need like a bay for each one of these, obviously. Good lord. Now we're out of plate. Should have seen that coming. Should have seen that coming. Okay. Let's see. Let's hide all empty. We're taking all that. I'm taking all that. Now, the next thing I need to do... Actually, the next thing we need to do... The true next thing we need to do... is I need to start putting in... I need to put the blocks in that we're going to use. So... Number 1, we're going to need a corner block here. And I am thinking we're going to need a sorting block here, but not yet. Let's go here for a second. Going to need to cut that out. And let's just put in
energy critical.
On my conveyors to look good. You. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna need to do a sorting block here. I've got to do something that'll pull all the ores out. So we'll set a conveyor sorter. I'm gonna need some interior plates for that. Guess who can play SC again? You're kind of quiet. I'm quiet. Let me see. I turned this down a bit. Okay, how's this? Should be a little bit better. I'm hoping. Yeah, Jack Dawes is here. You can play SE again? Is that what's going on? You're able to play again? So, I'll tell you what we'll do. Can I weld any of this up? I need to weld some stuff up first. Let's weld some stuff up first. That's what we're going to have to do. Here's what we'll do. I need to drop off some stuff. Better? Alright, there we go. Now, here's what we're going to do. First off, I need to go to a cockpit. I'm sitting here, I got 1% power left. Woo, almost died. So worried about making stuff that I almost killed myself. So, yeah, the big miner, oh man, it works. But the problem I'm running into is, I just saw Captain Jack just did a video. Yes, 2 years living in vehicles and I caved and got a place. Oh, wow. Couldn't avoid it. It's impossible to do anything in modern America without proof of an address now. Yeah, that's true. Plus, having a place to live, you can prove that you are responsible to banks. A lot of people don't know that, but one of the things that doing that makes what am I thinking here? One of the things that makes being in that position of having a home is that you have the ability to prove that you are responsible. You're able to do stuff. And some people don't understand that, but that is how it works, unfortunately. I got lucky and I managed to snag a house with a loan and everything else, and so far I've got everything fixed to $40,000 as the mortgage. And I have a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom home with almost a, I don't want to say an acre of land. It's probably slightly smaller than an acre of land. And I'm not sitting here saying, oh, I did something amazing. It's easy. Anyone can do it. I'm here to tell you right now, I got pretty damn lucky when I found this place. Also, it's a fixer-upper, so there's a whole lot of work that's going involved in something like this, where I'm living at. There's still stuff I'm having to work on to this day. One day it will all be done. There's that. And I'm going to grab components for this as well. I think I can probably just pull them out of here. Yeah. Stupid thing. Why are we not having any motors? Production. We need motors. Let's just make about 20-something motors. Please tell me it's working. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't want to have to deal with that. Alright, we're also going to need some construction components. That's awesome. Slap about 100 of them in there. Alright, all components withdrawn successfully. There we go. That's done. Now, I'm going to replace this with a conveyor sorter at some point. And then each one of these is going to latch in and start locking into each one of them. So the next thing we need on our list is not a conveyor sorter. No, we don't need that. We need another conveyor pipe. Cannot withdraw 7 steel tubes. Make a few more of those while we're at it. Booyah. Now that's done. I can see this. I can operate it and everything else. I need to close up that bottom area though. Now that's done, let's head over here and take a look at what we got. Ready to conveyor system there. Let's go find us a way to get into this system. We're gonna need, where is it? I need a couple of these so I can build a conveyor sorter, or not a sorter, a conveyor junction, which will really help. That's what we need. We need that. Okay, this is what we're gonna need. I don't know, I may do some mech warrior mercenaries. How do y'all feel about that? There we go. Nice little conveyor junction. We're currently building that as we speak. But I was wondering, last time I left off, I doubled up the production facility up there, so we have all the production we need. So for now, what this is going to do is, for those that are wondering, because I know some of y'all are new coming in here just now seeing what's happening. And you're probably wondering, what the hell is this guy doing? And what's happening here is reinforced curve. Where's the curve go? Right there. Okay, so I can weld all of that to there. And then number 8, we're going to put us a nice little dealio in here so we can hook into it. Oh yeah, check that out. Now I just need to put all this into the system. And we're good to go. There we go. Components have been added to build planner. Now the first thing I want to do is I want as much iron as I can possibly get. So that's the first thing I'm going for. But what we're doing is, I saw Captain Jack did a script system. I just realized I did a boo-boo. I messed up. I messed up. I think I messed up. I may not have. I was supposed to put a one deal in there to pull all of the materials out. I didn't do that. I didn't put a sorter in there to pull all of the ore. But I may not. I may be okay in that aspect. If not, we will fix it later. Okay. We need steel tubes. Okay. Let's build some steel tubes then. Production. Let's do 100. Oh boy, we're gonna need a lot of stuff for this crap. Let's finish this up. Nope. Need a motor, need construction components. Oh good lord. We need so much stuff for this. Maybe I have all this stuff, I hope. Let's go ahead and just throw another 200 on here. Just because we might need it. See, this is the issue. I need to be able to start pulling in more and more. Just casually pull in some baseline stuff. We're going to need silicone. We're going to need all that good stuff that is there. I'm going to need all that. And this is just becoming a nightmare to build this. Let's see. Alright, we got everything but the construction components. Once those are done, then we can go to town. I think I just grabbed most of them. But this is what we need first. We need the platform first to get this started. Why am I going there? I don't know. How long is this going to take? Oh yeah, we need to swap that out for a moment. There we go. That'll help. So now I got one already done, one started. I'm going to have one completed, one little base started, and then I'm going to have to, you know, put some stuff on there and make it look fancy. Make it look fancy. And then when I'm all done, we'll have to build an auto miner. And the first ore we are going to mine is going to be this iron over here. It'll be the easiest thing, I think, for this thing to mine. If I can make the PAM system work, and that's the kicker. I got to figure out the PAM and make it work. Oh, that's going to be... that's going to be fun to figure out. And then once the iron starts coming in, it'll be easy for us to just make whatever we want. I may just set it up right here somewhere and just let it mine and just give it a big area to mine and just let it go. That's all it'll have to do. And then we've also got gold and stuff, but I'm not going to mine any of that until we get to a point where we're actually able to start mining some good stuff. Which I have no side thrusters, do I? No, I don't. The ship right now is a station. The ship has no side-to-side thrusters, so we can't do that. So we're going to have these small mining craft coming up, moving over, and I'm going to make them very tiny, so they'll be easy to operate. But right now we have this going into our first refinery here. And I'm not going to need the center floor chewed out, because I need to replace all that. Well, no, I'm going to need that. No, I'm not. I need at least 2 floors for the next refinery we're going to build. So there we go. We'll build another one of these big refineries right there and go from there. That'll be the way this all works. And what'll happen is I'll set up all the systems right here to grab things, and then I'm gonna have to run some equipment over to here, and I think this area is gonna be for our small. I'm gonna cut this open and turn it into a hangar bay, and then over here I'm also gonna need a connection port so that I can use a section of this to build bigger ships right over here, and we'll build a big some type of large scaffolding to build like some medium weight class ships and other things. Jack does. I'm on this PvP server, and the only thing I haven't found yet is uranium. Yeah, there's always something. There is always that one thing. You're out there, you're going, it's not iron, it's never silicone. It is always either magnesium, cobalt, or gold, silver, platinum, and uranium. You will always end up in a situation where you cannot find those. Okay, we'll probably work this over into some type of airlock system. I'll have to figure that out later. But like I said, we got this figured out, and I got a second one ready to go. So what I need to do is I need to build a micro miner. Something small. I believe I need a programmable block to make it work. That's what we're doing right now. Why? Game, why? There we go. We're doing that. Okay. But yeah, one of the things I was talking about here. See, this is what I want to use for the back of it. This is the cockpit system we're going to use. We're going to use the helm. And what I need to do here.
Energy critical.
I hate the idea of using hydrogen. One, will you not have a lot of hydrogen? Two, the other reason I hate the idea of using hydrogen is number two. If we try to use hydrogen on the ship, it's going to give me issues, but I don't have a whole lot of ion thrusters. Unless I start tearing up the new cargo vessel we've got, which I may modify that into a cargo ship before it's over with. The facts, the stupid things that are going on. So I don't really have much of a choice. I could put an event controller block on there, which does not turn anything, which as soon as it locks in, it starts pulling stuff, and then have another one that as soon as it disengages, it stops pulling. So that's an idea. So number 7, let's go here. We'll use a big hydrogen tank, obviously. For very obvious reasons. And then behind it, I want to put in this little bad boy. So it can be controlled. And then it's going to come down to, let me think. It's going to come down to how I can put as many thrusters in the right spot as I can. So the next thing that has to go into this is going to be a cargo container. Which I'm going to figure out how that's going to go in there. I have an idea. Here's what we'll do. We'll put this in. We'll do a medium weight deal right here. And then it'll just take... Oh, well, what the hell did I do there? Wow, I am just not all here. Dear Lord. How did I do that? How did I do that? All right, there we go. That's done. Now all I need is number 8, which will be a connector port right here. No, I need the big one. The big one. Here we go. There's our current connector port. That'll go right where we need it to go. Everything's lined up like it's supposed to. Now, my plan here is to put this all together. I've got the ability to drive this thing. I've got the ability to run it. I need a programmable block on this. And I need a, let's see, remote control block, a sensor, as well as burrowing capability for this thing to burrow, which shouldn't be an issue. Shouldn't be. I'll put 4 big drills on it, and we'll go from there. So the other issue, I need to start welding some stuff up first. Let's start welding this BITCH up, because YouTube has a problem. YouTube has issues. I can't say the stuff I want to say. Alright, here we go. Go here first, get this built. Oh, come on. Game, why do we do this? Build some extra stuff just in case. Like I said, I'm trying to build a very small but capable mini miner. All components were successfully withdrawn. There we go. We have computer screens and everything else. We have a small means of this. Now, why am I doing it like this? Why am I building it kind of small and ineffectual like that? Because one of the things that I can do by doing that, by doing it like this, is I have this nice little chair right here, for those that are wondering. And so I can just pilot this thing out with an oxygen bottle on the character, using the power of this ship system, take it out to where it needs to go, bring it back, or take it out and make it do its little thing and then bring it right back. So it's not that big a deal. This will let me do that with an extent. And plus I can also look down at the system and I can make things happen if I have to. I've got the screens. So we got this built. We need retro thrusters. And there's a very easy way I do retro thrusters. Do one here. And then we'll do another setup here. And that'll give us about 4 good grade retro thrusters. And we'll have 4 hydrogen thrusters going in every direction but side to side. And that'll enable this thing to maneuver pretty easily. And then I can just slap on a thruster right here if I want and make it work. However, the next thing I need to do is where the next part comes into play, and it's going to be very fun, is I'm going to need to put a conveyor here. And we're going to take this to the extreme here. Like I said, a very, very simplistic miner. It's not going to be that crazy. It's not going to be that goofy. Huh. Let's just go ahead and shove that right there. And one right there. And then I can... we'll be able to really modify this to where it can work very well. And then I can, like I said before, build a series of retrograde thrusters. Yeah, that'll work. I think that needs to be in a little bit more. Let's cut this down. And we'll redo this. Alright, we'll redo that and this here. This way I can set up a whole lot of equipment and everything. I can set up a couple batteries. I've got room in between this to do stuff, so that's where we're going to be doing a lot of this nonsense at. Now, let's see. We're going to do... one, two. That'll be at the right position. 1, 2. There we go. And so the reason for that, we're doing it like this. This is a medium weight miner. Yeah, it's not going to have a whole lot of pull to it. We're going to have like a medium cargo container, but I want enough cargo container space. We don't want to overburden this thing, especially in space. I want it to be able to move pretty agilely. Okay, we've got that done. That'll give us our big heavy mining blocks we can put in there. And we're going to have 4 series of retrograde thrusters, which are going to work just beautifully on this ship. Or, well, auto miner, to say the least. Let's go ahead and pull out the big boys. I really didn't need that right there, did I? I didn't even need that piping. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did, because it's getting way out of line right there. So this is just gonna have 4 of these bad boys. There we go. That's gonna work right there, and we need to weld everything up. 1.
Energy low.
At some point, I'm gonna have to get a system built. I'm gonna have to have an internal hangar where I can build stuff like this, and then add a whole bunch of guns to it. Since we are gonna need guns, we're gonna need more guns. But that's where the mini miners come into play. Okay, wait a minute. I need to grab some things. Let's get something here. All components withdrawn successfully. Yes, it is. Alright, let's do this. And that went over like a lead balloon. I hate it when them suckers come over and they just fly by real quick. Alright, build planner's capacity. Let's try this again. Oh, come on. Shit. See, this is where I start running into problems. We're at capacity now. That's where the big boy miner is going to have to come back into play while I get this small one up and running. See, the reason I want the big boy miner is because the more of this I have to do, it cuts into my build time. Like right here. This is all the things I want to build. The unfortunate fact of the matter is we can't build it like we want to because the system just goes, well, we're going to have to build some more somewhere else. Let's grab this thing real quick. Alright, in here. So number
No
2.
fuel.
Alright, here we go. Alright, gonna sell some more iron here. Go to inventory real quick, see how we're doing. Now, once I get to a point where I can build enough of these to get the mainline equipment done, and I can weld them up rather quickly, and I can get the auto miners to work like I want them to, this will automatically mine, they'll auto mine an area for me, which will be nice. It'll be the most wonderful thing we can possibly ask for. But at the same time, I won't need a miner like this. I can get all this done, get it all figured out, and won't have any issues. Here, I gotta take a phone call. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go back to my other job. One that I distaste more than this one. Actually, no, I don't distaste. I would much rather do this than go around and work everywhere else. Everyone asks me the question when I do construction. They're like, don't you enjoy construction? I mean, you get to do stuff. You get to build things. It's like, yeah, to a point. To a point, you get to build new things. To a point. And the issue that you run into while doing construction is not building something. It's the fact of, oh, hey, yeah, you've built something, but you rarely ever get to do that. In the time I have gotten to do construction, I have gotten to build a house one time. That's it. I only built one house in the entire time I've been doing construction. And it was fun when you get to build stuff. Number 3, we are locked in. Alright, let's check out our inventory here. Is it being pulled out? Hide empty. Alright, we are making more iron. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go because, dear Lord, I got to make money. That's the hard part about life right now, man. You got to make money. You can't do what you want. This is what I want to do. I like getting online and helping y'all and doing these stuff, like putting up videos, helping y'all out. I like doing the YouTube thing. It's stressful, but it's a good stress. Like if people have asked me, "Well, you say it's stressful." Yeah, it's a good stress. It's a good stress when I can sit there and just do something and get it done. It's a nice kind of stress. I like it. But anyway, yeah. So you can see that's the issue we're having with the mining, because now you see I have to stop every so often and get in the big miner. Oh boy. And also this thing has no gravity whatsoever. But I got to get inside this thing. I've got to walk over and do stuff. And I got to stop building and wait for some stuff, for equipment to get built, stuff to get done. And it's impeding progress. So an automatic miner that I can just pick up, take to position, drop it off, and just do my thing, that would be wonderful. I may actually rip these off, put them on the side, and add my retro thrusters for this on the other end. But we're going to build like some RCS thrusters. I don't know. It might be a good idea to just put some extra RCS thrusters around this thing, but you know how that works. But yeah, hopefully the plan is I can do some cool stuff and get some stuff done, and we can make a really cool miner, and we'll have all the equipment we need. I think I'm going to cut the drills down to 2, just to keep things simple, so it'd be an easy weld up. And if I can weld this up quickly, I'll still have room for a programmable block. I'll still have room for all the equipment we need to put the PAM system in. And then we can use the PAM to fly this thing over. And I'll set this one to auto mine this iron right here. And it'll come off this nice little pad. It'll launch off this pad. It'll go over and get me iron. It'll come back over here, it'll land at this little pad, and then this thing will just start working and refining the iron. And then the next one on the list is going to be magnesium, because that's the next thing we're going to need. And then we're going to need silicone. And then cobalt. I'm going to have to send one out to get cobalt. So that means we need 4 more pads. And when all that is finished, we'll have the ability to just set up miners off this thing, send them out with a large hydrogen tank. They'll just shoot on out there and they'll go find my target. They'll come back. They'll get everything I need, and then they'll just start bringing it back. Hopefully I can do this at long distance. I hope. I hope I can do long distance with this. If not, we may have to do... we may have to convert... Actually, I'll tell you what we might do. We might have to convert this ship into a mining platform. Somehow. Or I may just completely deconstruct this ship and reconvert it into a mining platform that holds at least 2 miners on it. They'll come back to this thing, or a miner, and this will just be like a small base I can put out there in the middle of nowhere and just let it go to town. But yeah, now that we got that done, we also know how this thing is going to have to look. It's going to get bigger before it gets smaller. I can tell you that much. We're going to have all these little areas. Hopefully the PAM system will work. Hey, yo, just popping in to say hi. It's Leps. Hey, Leps, how you doing? Yeah, I'm fixing to have to get off here in a minute. Unfortunately, I got to go back to my job. My gerb. But, yeah, once I can solve this mining issue, which is something we've had a problem with in the series, The PAM system may actually solve it, so I can just send out little miners and they'll go get stuff and bring it back. Once there's a constant stream of resources coming in, then it's just finding, what is it? We need platinum and silver. And once we found those and we can get miners going and getting those and refine stuff, this ship really becomes a whole new, this whole system becomes a whole new threat to be dealt with. And then we can set up fighter bays. We can set up, I kind of want to set up a thing for a ship I'm going to call the Mako. And the Mako is going to be a whole new type of Corvette. It's going to be a really, really fast Corvette. Like, shove a thruster in there and we're just going to fly like a bat out of hell. That's what we're going to become with a Mako. And then we've got to reconfigure all this stuff up here. Redo all the piping. We'll have a massive production facility in here with large storage. So I can, when this thing gets done, it can pump all the resources. I may have to put another conveyor system underneath this. Or I may just hook this all up to one. We're going to have a set of underslung cargo containers down here. And what that will do is when this thing comes in, if we got extra ore, it'll just start cycling in ore like crazy. And it's just consistency. That's doing. It's just consistency. Yeah, I hate working. I honestly, my hope is eventually I can get enough people watching this that I don't have to ever work again. That's the dream. That's the dream. I would like to do this permanently, or have enough income streams coming in to do this. But you guys watching, so you're making the red into a mothership? Yes, yes, we're going to turn it into a big mothership. I've got to work on some side thrusters somewhere, and I got to put in some other thrusters. I'm probably going to build this section up and add a couple of large thrusters up here, and then just probably put two big giant ion thrusters on either side, just so we can move it back and forth. And then I'm going to pull it away from this position a bit more, and we've got to add some guns. We got to add a whole bunch of other things have to be added to this thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep building this out and repeating this design right here, going outward until we get all the refineries we need, and then we'll have all of our one stuff, build a crap ton of guns and everything, and she'll look amazing when she gets done. And then I plan on having small fighter bays that'll have a whole bunch of stuff, and then we'll also have another bay. I think I'm going to take this here in the back because the A-Wing is so small, and that's going to be the premier fighter we use. I think I'm going to take this thing and just turn it into a fighter bay. Just expand it over so it's deep, and then maybe double its size. And then somewhere along here, we're going to have to put in some type of bay system for the Mako. And the Mako is going to be nightmarish. Oh man, what's if I ever get that built? If I ever build it. I may not build it this stream. I may build a couple more A-Wings just for added comfort, and then we may deconstruct this thing and take some of the ion thrusters and put them somewhere else. By the way, I am so sorry, folks. 3 miners? Oh, no. We're going to be doing multiple miners. Probably one for each ore type in this area, just so I can build up a good supply. And then I'm going to have a sorting system with all of the refineries to make one big system. Mako. Yeah. It's named after a shark. And that's going to be a whole new ship I'm currently designing off in private when I'm not playing I say that when I'm not playing MechWarrior 3 Mercenaries, which if you guys want to watch some of that, I can do one where I've got mods for it now. So the mods that I've got are just amazing that are working on it. But yeah, this is where we're at right now with the ship. It's getting somewhere. We didn't go very long, unfortunately, but we'll get some stuff done. I can tear down a couple of the abominations we've made to get to this point. If these auto miners work out great, then screw it. we'll end up building a couple more auto miners. I may just set the auto miners up to get 3 of a certain type of resource and then go from there, setting them up and getting more resources from where we need. After that, fighter or like a big ship. It'll be a real compact Corvette. The very cramped Corvette that has a lot of speed. We're talking 2 large hydrogen engines and a very lightweight. My plan is to take what I did here with this, the A-Wing, a very small build, and just build it into something that's fast enough to catch a fighter. Just, wow, long stream so far. Yeah. Yeah. My job is getting demanding right now since I come back. I'm the most reliable person they've got. And I'm not joking on that. I am the most reliable person there. But anyway, I'm going to have to go, or I'm going to start getting inundated with phone calls from the boss. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If y'all are just now tuning in, be sure to go on back and take a look at it. Also, next Tuesday, I'll be bringing back, I may do some more live streaming just to catch us up, because there might be one tonight. I may do a live stream tonight. So you guys, so we can catch back up, because we're about 2 streams short, and I want to catch that streaming up. So if you guys want to tonight, leave comments down there saying, yeah, you would like to see the stream tonight. And if y'all are interested in MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, go check it out. Also, if you're wondering about the auto miner, Captain Jack just put out a video on the auto mining script, the PAM script, where I'm going to try and use that to solve our mining issue. And if this miner works out the way I'm hoping it will, to be nice, small, and compact, we'll be able, I'll put it up on the internet. I'll put it up on, I say the internet. I'll put it up on Steam, and you guys can just download it as long as scripts are set up. I think it'll work. And then you guys can operate the thing and move it around and do what you want with it. But anyway, it'll be preset if it works. If it works, that's the big kicker, if it works. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, I am Badger Wild saying stay safe, stay frosty. And I'll see you guys, hopefully, I might see you guys tonight. So anyway, take care. And I'll try to see y'all tonight. If not, we may try for another live stream on Friday. I'll definitely try to do a live stream on Friday because I want to catch back up on this. I want to get some more out there. Anyway, probably won't be awake for it. Well, you know what? That doesn't matter, because if y'all anytime y'all watch it, that counts as a view, and YouTube throws some money in my direction. So watch it whenever it is convenient for y'all. That's the easiest way to support